Hi there. In this video, we are going to be looking at the types of punishments. So do not forget where we started from. We defined what a crime is in our previous classes, and all these classes are actually on this channel. So just look them up. So we defined what a crime is. We looked at the purpose or reasons for punishment. We even went on this channel to look at the sources of criminal law. Please find all those classes already on this channel. But in this class, we are basically going to be looking at the types of punishment. We are going to explore all the various types. Hello there, how are you doing? My name is Mutiawa Conrad. I'm a lawyer and a private law tutor. And before we start on our class, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. This will really help you so that every time classes are released, this is always brought to your attention. Also ensure that you actually turn on your notification so that again you're notified whenever videos are released. Also like and share this video with your colleagues so that they are also able to benefit as well. Lastly, for students interested in our private law tutorial sessions, please feel free to reach out to us. Our numbers are down in the description box. We can always make that arrangement so that we give you that professional extra touch from the lawyer. And actually it has been proved that students that do not have any sort of mentorship or professional help from experts normally do not outperform those that actually have such type of help. So you need this help. In case you find that you're struggling, please reach out to us. We'll be able to help you. Again, our numbers are down in the description box. So let's start right away by looking at the types of punishment. So how many types of punishments can actually a criminal court issue out to a convict? So one, the death penalty, as referred to as capital punishment. So it's important to note that for Uganda, at least as of 2022, we still have the death penalty on our statute books. So there have been a lot of people advocating for the abolishment or the elimination of the death penalty, but the death penalty is actually still on our statute books. It's however important to note that actually criminal courts do not very commonly exercise this right to issue out death penalties. They, most of the times give a punishment of life imprisonment as opposed to death penalty. But it's important to note that it's actually still on our statute books, and the judge can always invoke it, though they rarely actually do. Let's now proceed to look at, it's also important to note, however, before we even proceed to look at the second type of punishment, it's important to note that the examples of offenses that actually, under Ugandan law, that actually provide for death as a punishment. These include murder, treason, rape, aggravated defilement, etc. So let's now proceed to look at the second type of punishment, and this is known as imprisonment. So this is very common. Probably you have been a suspect, or you have heard about it, or you have a friend who has been imprisoned before. So imprisonment is also one of the types of punishments that actually criminal court issues out to a convict. So here a convict is taken out of society and incarcerated in prison for a period prescribed by the court. So it can be months, it can be weeks, it can be years, etc. The other punishment is fines. So where a person has been convicted, court can actually give a fine. The court can require you to pay a certain sum of money, and this could actually be as a way of punishment. The fourth type of punishment is actually caution. Okay, so I know this, it's not very common, but court can actually punish you by cautioning you. This applies in minor offenses, so only small offenses, not huge offenses such as murder, such as rape. So for those ones, court will not caution you. So this really applies in minor offenses, or in offenses where it's expressly stated upon conviction, the convict shall actually be subjected to a caution. Now, this also, court will exercise its powers of caution, where, of course, you are a first-time offender. But if you're a serious offender, then court will definitely not consider cautioning you. So, for example, some offenses where court could invoke its powers of caution include, for example, the offense of elopement. And this could be a new offense to the listener. But when we talk of elopement, basically, this is the running away, with someone's woman or husband. So that's basically the offense of elopement. So court can caution you. Basically, that's how the punishment of caution could really work. Lastly, court can also choose to give you another interesting service, another interesting rather punishment, and that is community service. So this is also an alternative, and this is where court, with the consent of the convict, orders the convict to do some community work other than being sent to prison. So community work can really vary, but it's also important to note that this only applies to offenses whose actually maximum sentence doesn't exceed 2 years. So of course, through community service, court can, for example, require you to go and slash, let's say somewhere like a bushy area. Court can also require you to do cleaning of public places like libraries or anything, to sweep a certain area. So those small community services as a way of giving back to the community, so that community can actually benefit from you, but then also court would actually also be punishing you. Of course, this community service really works for small offenses, and it cannot work for extremely huge offenses. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, that was all for our class. Those are the various types of punishments that actually a criminal court can administer. Once again, before we end our class, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel in case you haven't yet subscribed. Also turn on the notification, like and share this video in case you really found it useful. It's also really important to note that for students that are really interested in private law tutorial sessions, please feel free to reach out to us. Our numbers are down in the description box. So we meet again. For any comments or anything, please you can just hit us in the comment section. Bye bye. See you in another class.